What up, though? I am Jay the Gentleman. That's at JAI the Gentleman on IG. Welcome to Dear Black Gay Men Live. This is still our short, bullshit-free step out of our comfort zone to talk about all the emotional ups and downs along the journey to happiness. Now we are talking with real people, having real conversations right here on Dear Black Gay Men Live on the YouTube channel. Today, I am fanning out just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm surprised that he even wanted to talk to me. He's a recording artist and a vocalist and one of the stars of On the Way Up ATL, whose third season starts on December 7th on YouTube. My guest today is DiiJaiTheSinger.
Hey, how are you? Why are you
How you
surprised that I
doing?
wanted to come and talk to you?
I'm always surprised if anybody wants to talk to me. I ask some of the most invasive questions ever, and I do
Okay.
it very interestingly. So, are you ready?
About as ready as I'm gonna be.
I hope you're ready. I don't think it's gonna be painful.
I don't think so.
Do-
I don't think so. I'm excited.
I would be like, is there anything you don't want to talk about? But clearly you would be talking about it already. So I don't want to say
Yeah,
that.
clearly I'm gonna be talking about it. So we might as well just jump right in.
We might as well just jump right in. But before we get into the conversation with DJ, make sure you hit the share button. Share this live on your timeline. I would really love to get to 50 shares for this episode. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So make sure you subscribe to Dear Black Gay Men on YouTube so you never miss an episode. So, you're a recording artist. Have you heard
Yes.
about August Alsina?
I did. I was in my bed, high off of I was taking some cough medicine, as you could hear. And I literally was just scrolling and I was like, literally that was my reaction the whole time. I was like,
Why was your jaw dropping?
because it's first of all, it's August Alsina. I have a great respect for August, but also if you just look at the culture, like it's almost like one of our prominent figures just coming out and just being like, hey, by the way, and so it definitely was a shocker. It wasn't something that we were expecting to see, especially with all the
Of course not.
controversy as of recent. So it was definitely it threw me for a second. But my thing is as long as he's happy, then he's been trying to be happy for a long time. So if he makes
He
him
has.
happy, yeah, if that's his boyfriend, if that's what makes him happy, then baby, knock yourself out. Life is short. These people are gonna forget about you when you die anyway. So just
Life is short. I agree with that. I have so many opinions about it though.
okay, let's talk
So
about it.
many opinions about it. Hold on. On the last episode, so for people who don't know, on the last episode of The Surreal Life on VH1, August Alsina presumably comes out of the closet. Check this out.
What do you know? Love showed up, but in a new way. I want to share that and really honor the person that I love and that loved me back and teaching me so much about love and healing. I want to do that in front of the world because it defies all the constructs that one would say love is supposed to be or love should look like.
Let me
It
tell you
sounds like he
something.
clout chasing to me. It sounds like he clout chasing.
So here's the thing. I wouldn't even say clout chase, but I will tell you, he basically just said it. He was like, I found somebody that loves me the way that I love them, and they are teaching me about love. And last time I checked, that's what it's about. That's why any of us, or most of us, I can speak for me, would even want to be in a relationship. It's about being with someone that is going to pour into you like you pour into them, but also um teach me about love. Teach me how to love you. Teach me how to love myself better.
I agree with that now. I will say I agree with teaching each other how to love ourselves better. It's just I think he weaved a needle without saying I'm gay. Cause when I
So,
came out, the sentence was I'm gay and this my man. Like I said those words, I'm gay. Because he never said that, it just sounds a little it doesn't sound as it doesn't I don't think that what he said and what we received are the same.
well, how about this? I'll give you another perspective. Could it be that he may not know how he identifies yet, or could it be that he may not identify at all? And the only reason I say that is because more recently I've run across more people who have said I like the same sex, but they don't identify as being gay, or they don't identify as being a lesbian. Even with people who like both, they don't identify as being bisexual. They just identify as, oh, I'm pansexual, or oh, I like what I like, and what I like is what I like, and that's it. So I mean, he
Okay.
could be he could be one of those people that just may not choose to identify with a label. I think that is called non-binary.
I'm non-binary is like gender expression.
Gender expression. Okay, I had it confused. Sorry. So it honestly, depending on who's asking the question, I just think in this society, this day and time, I think people choose what they like and roll with that.
Uh,
I honestly think they just
so,
like
so
what they like and roll.
so somebody in the chat box said, "I'm not buying it. The bigger message is love your brother."
I
Because it
agree.
did, like when he gave the boy a hug at the end, it felt very much like this my homeboy and I love
Yeah.
him.
But here's the thing, we see it all the time. We see people in public that may not be, very affectionate, or they may choose not to um show romantic intimacy in public. But I mean, even if you ask some of these dudes out here, they be like, oh, that's my homeboy, but behind closed doors they tearing each other down. So it's a number of things. If you ask me, it's a number of things.
Okay. Oh, I mean, okay.
I'm just
Okay.
seeing it from all perspectives. I'm just trying to
Y-
be.
y- y-
I guess for me,
diplomatic.
because
You
I
are
don't
being
see that.
very diplomatic.
I guess for me, because when I see people,
You
I
don't see
don't see
what?
that. I don't see that. I don't see gay, black, white, that type of stuff. I'm a different type of person. I just don't see that, because quite frankly, I just don't care. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is, it is what it is. You like what you like. We all like what we like. Some stuff we like. Other people may frown upon. Some people may be like, "Ooh, I'd never do that." But I mean, if that's his
But then
boyfriend,
they end up doing the same shit though. They
they
end
end
up
up doing
doing
the
the
same shit.
exact
So
same shit.
I just feel like if that's his boyfriend, then listen, they look great together. He happy, and because he's been trying to be happy a long time, like I said, if he's happy, then
He
I'm
has
happy
been trying
for
to
him.
be happy a long time.
He has,
It
and
I
and
will
and
say
we've
that
seen
because
it.
I do think that happiness does come in many shapes, many sizes, many colors. And
Hmm.
so I'm here for the happiness. I I, I got I just have so many follow-up questions for August based on what he said in this little episode. Like there's so like because I really want to be like, so what's T bitch? Like, is you gay or is you not? Because
Well,
people
here's
be
the
gay.
thing.
That's what Quinta said. People be gay.
They be gay. So here's the thing. So maybe because he hasn't said anything, maybe he's just allowing y'all to run with the narrative and just assume what you want to assume. I don't know, but he hasn't. I just feel like if it was somebody like a DMX, God rest his soul, or if it was somebody like Usher, we'll just throw those names out there. I just feel like if that was the narrative, if it wasn't true, they would have sent a cease and desist. They would have, you know what I mean? Like it would have been a whole thing. And I don't, again, until he, I don't know, man. It's a few ways we could look at that. It's a few ways we can look at
It's
that,
so
but
many
I just feel like a
ways.
man I just feel like a man who is straight, whether he's comfortable in his sexuality or not, I just feel like he would have said something to, hey, this ain't what y'all think it is. This ain't that.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree that I think that we get so caught up in this because he's a thirst trap. Because everybody who's anybody has wanted August or somebody like them at some point, as long as you like dick. Like, if he were
Even if you
a
don't,
ugly
I
nigga on
mean,
the
it's
side of the street,
August.
I don't think anybody would pay attention if it was, someone who was undesirable. But because so many of us have him on our radar, we need some clarity so we can know if I can still if he's still thirst trapping.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The way the world is now, you don't really need clarity because people gonna do it. People gonna people. Okay, these people,
People
if
gonna
they see
people.
people gonna people, so if they don't care, some people just don't care. Like you just be like, look, I've literally lived it. I've seen it. Some people be like, nah, bro, I ain't with
It's
all
because you
that.
a thirst
And
trap.
but they still try it. They still try it just to say, I tried that. This ain't what you think it is.
Do you see your
Whatever.
wait, hold on. But do you see yourself as a thirst trap?
Do I see myself as a thirst trap? Oh, not
Mm-hmm.
now. I mean, I have been a thirst trap, but I don't see myself as a thirst trap. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, and it's funny that you asked me that because I just told somebody this yesterday. They asked me the question, um, or they were saying to me, they were just like, I really like you. Like, I really thought that, you were dating. I thought you were in a relationship. I thought you were married. And I'm like, the whole time I thought I was a thought out here in these streets. I thought I was just out here just, you know,
I mean, you could be a
I,
married thought. Thoughts get married all the
I
time.
I choose not to be a married thought. If I'm married and I'm committed. Like I can be a thought, with my person, but we ain't thought out here and married. I don't judge anybody if that's what they choose to do, but you're not gonna have me out here in an open relationship because I will fight. I don't play that shit.
So wait a minute.
Sorry.
So wait a minute. You saying that? But are you saying that you not a thirst trap because you were thoughting, or you
Well,
are a
no, no,
thirst
no. Like
trap
even
and you
so,
was thought? Like, what are you saying?
so I don't see myself as a thirst trap. I mean, I think I'm cute. Don't get me wrong. Now, okay, so that event you
You
saw me
do.
at,
You
I was
do.
trying to catch a body. That event you saw me at, I was trying to catch a body. I had my
Like
leather
this.
shorts on. Oh God.
There's you. Thirst trap. Thirst trap. You are a thirst trap. I got another one. Look. Nipples out. Like thirst trap. Titty meat. Abdominals.
I work
Sultry.
for it. I work for it.
How
Okay.
would you not see this as a thirst trap? How?
Maybe because it's me.
How, Sway?
Maybe because it's me. Maybe because I, what I like that, but I like thickness too. So, it.
Are you flirting with me?
I
I'm just
listen.
kidding.
If I flirt with everybody, so
Cause Jay done gained some weight now. I got a whole
listen.
dad
I
bod over here.
mean, I
This ain't
like to
that
be
kind of show
warm at
though.
night. I like to be warm at night.
You
I
know,
just saying.
we'll talk after the show.
I'm just saying. I legs and thighs, baby, legs and thighs, and I don't discriminate against pies. Okay.
So are you dating somebody?
I'm dating. I'm just seeing. I'm seeing. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really, for a long time, I've been single 12 years. I really have been here and there in that sector, and it hasn't worked in the past. And so for me, at this stage of the game, I'm just kind of taking my time. I need to see everything. I need to see you when you're mad. I need to see you, I need to see your conflict resolution. I need to know, are you emotionally intelligent? I need to know, what's your mental like? What you're dealing with. Have you healed? Are you healing? Are you willing to heal? Those things. So I need to, at this stage
Those,
of the game, I need to
but
see it
isn't that
all.
just dating though? Isn't that just dating? That all
Yeah.
those questions seem like they need to be uncovered when you're dating.
So I see it as that, but they don't. They don't see it as that. They see it as an interrogation. And for me, I'm just like, it is what it is. I
I
need to
mean,
know what I'm getting into.
it can be an interrogation. Are you trying to get all of that out on the first date?
So I definitely won't say on the first date, no, but over a course of time, I definitely need to know what I'm getting myself into. And
Okay.
for me, I'm the type where if I see one red flag, every red flag does not mean run. Sometimes it could just be you need to pay attention. But
Yes,
I'm at a
that's
point I
good.
just
That's
don't have any
profound.
more time. I don't have any more time. Like time is a gift. And if I'm gonna give you my time, that is one of the most valuable things I can give you. If that's not even respected, then what are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay. I mean, I can respect that. The older I get, the more I respect it. I do want to shout out to Bando. Bando said, I ain't know them titties was pierced.
Oh, listen, a lot of people didn't know. I thought I was outside this past summer, but I clearly see that I played. So this summer coming, y'all will be seeing a lot more of that. I'm a
You gonna
preacher's
be thirst
kid.
trapping. I try to tell you, you gonna be thirst trapping.
I'm a preacher's kid, okay? I was raised to be wholesome, but I will tell you in my adult life, I have found more fun in just being, without the extra shit, without the church stuff, without without the titles. It's a lot more fun. So I do stuff. I go
Hell
outside. I
yeah,
be
it
having my
is.
nipples out, and people disagree. They disagree. They say stuff. They be like, "You need to put that up." I
Fuck
ain't.
them.
I ain't. I worked for it. I paid
Fuck
for
them.
it. I'm coming out.
It's just like so. It's just like me. Like I will tell you, I've gotten into now that I've gotten bigger. That
Hmm.
I'm proud to be 220, like
I
all
love
day.
it.
But now that I'm but now that I'm bigger, I like being as naked as I can be. Like I would be ass naked if I am ass naked on the bottom half of this, just FYI. But
Just the FY, just
I
so you
would.
know, this look,
I mean,
insider. I just threw this top on
I
like five
mean,
minutes before this
I got
interview.
the
I was
light.
like, we're
I
coming
literally
through.
did. For real, I
So,
literally did. And I put the hat on just because I didn't want to do nothing to my hair. But
I
all
snatched
is
that do rag
well and
off. We
everything
coming
is
through.
still under control.
You know.
Exactly.
So if I could come out my skin, I would.
Somebody said in the chat box, somebody said, very good spirit. I really rock with DJ, super talented fan vibes. Look at you.
Thank you. I try to be sweet. I really do. There are some people that pull it out of me. I really try my best to be nice and be sweet. I love people. I have a passion for people. I love hugs. And I'm a nudist. Like I said, if I could come out my skin, I would. You know, but
Let's talk about that.
listen, let's talk about it.
How did you discover nudism?
Uh what was I in college? I think I was in college. And I started sleeping naked. I didn't like clothes. I didn't like I would get hot in the middle of the night, and I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like the feeling of waking up in a puddle of sweat. So I started taking my clothes off and sleeping that way. And over time, I just started freeing myself. I had to, as people say, I had to unlearn things that I had learned. I had been taught by my mom. My mom was like, never be ashamed of your body. There's nothing wrong with your body. But you spend all those years in church, and you learn things in church and they tell you things like, oh, masturbation is wrong. They tell you that, being naked is wrong. They tell you those things. And so for me, I was like, shit, if it's wrong, then at the time I was like, if it's wrong, then God should never gave it to me, whatever. And so for me, I was like, shit, I'm gonna jack off whenever I can. And I did. And at some point I just got tired of having my clothes on. And even when it came down to my style of dress, anytime that I could, especially after I started working out, anytime that I could show my body, I was willing to show it. I was willing to show it because I worked for it and I worked hard for it. I've never had any
Do
cosmetic
you ever
surgery. The
feel
only thing I had
like
was 2 years of braces. That's it. But I worked for it. And so because I worked for it, I was going to show it. And I didn't care if it made anybody uncomfortable. It was a celebration every time I would walk out my house. I didn't care. And I still don't care. I still don't care. I be showing up at church with these mesh shirts and stuff on. And they be, God said, come as you are. It is what it is.
come as you are.
Come as you are.
And however you are, you should come. That's what I've learned is
And I will.
I will say that mine is very similar. Like I had to unlearn the idea that for me nudism is just I am enough as I am, and adding clothes to that is extra. But like
extra.
I'm good enough everywhere I go, just like I am, clothes or not.
There's
Banda Roll On Rebel. Hold on, Roll On Rebel said, "Bando, you better gain a fan in me before the season." Yes.
What I tell you, he is a hoot this season. Bando is a hoot this season. I love him.
All of this. I'm here for all of this. So speaking of this season.
Yes.
DJ is one of the stars of the newest season of On the Way Up Atlanta. Season 3 is coming to December 7th.
Right around the corner. Right around the corner.
Which I can't believe it's right around the corner. I can't believe it. But it's coming December 7th to OTW Entertainment. It was just hot. But hold on. Check this out. We got a video. Check this out. No. Oh, no, I can't. No hugs.
My work ethic is above yours. You cannot fucking sit with me.
Well, apparently you weren't on mute when Brandon came at you in that group chat, so apparently you did see it.
How old are you? How old are you?
In a real tough, discussion right now. But hey, what's a show without drama, huh?
He's at work and he don't want to deal with y'all bullshit. Exactly what he said to me.
You've been called out on that shit before. You be contradicting yourself. My thing is just take ownership of the shit that you do.
What did he do?
Y'all just have to watch this.
What did he do?
Let me just say this. Let me just say this.
What did he do?
Anyone who knows me knows that I am silly 99.9% of the time. I love to crack jokes. I chill out, puff pass. I love my snacks. I love music. I love hugs. And I'm a vibe. That's it. Like I love my friends. Like I love my family. Like my friends have been my love affair. However, there's a side of me that I really try my best not to show anybody because it can get bad. It can get real bad. Like there will be no power in Atlanta. Bad. Like you got.
What's your sign? What's your sign?
I'm a Leo. I'm a proud member of the Leo Society. I am a Capricorn rising and a Pisces moon.
So that means you are stubborn as hell, the center of attention, and emotional?
Very emotional, very sensitive. I'm the center of attention, not even because I want to be, but because that's just what the energy gives. I have this takeover spirit. So I walk in the room and I could be a complete stranger, but before I leave that room, I'm gonna know everybody's name and probably got a few friends. Lunch date here, a business meeting over here. I done met the people. Like that's just me. I love people, but I tell people just don't get on my bad side because it takes a lot to get that side out of me. But once I've had enough, I've had enough. And when I've had enough, it's curtains. Once I hit you with I bet you have officially fucked up. That's all I
That'll
gotta
do
say.
it. And that is
I
the
bet.
black person. That is a black people thing. I bet is I'm about to beat your. I'm about to start whooping up on your ass like
I'm
Candy
real
told
subtle
Nene
with
that
it.
first season.
I'm real subtle with it. I'm just like, all right, bet. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the times I don't even have to get you. That's the part. Like I tell people all the time, you gotta be careful who you put your mouth on. You gotta be careful who you do wrong because you never know who God hears when they cry. A lot of the time, I don't even have to
Everybody
lift
is
a finger.
everybody is in the chat box talking about this. Roll on Rebel says every time y'all show this trailer, my head hurts. I didn't know that the Capricorn part child. Bye. Bando says DJ showing his ass this season too. He
Oh,
lit.
not me showing my ass this season. Oh,
Are you
Jesus.
showing your literal ass? Like, will we see ass?
You're gonna see a lot of thigh. You're gonna see a lot of thigh meat this season.
I mean, that's normal. You got a lot of
You're gonna see a
fucking
lot of
thighs.
thigh meat.
So
You might
we'll
see
see.
you might see a full moose knuckle. You might see that because my pants do fit. My pants do fit. I am definitely well equipped in the front, the back, and all of the above.
You know, I heard that about you
You heard that about
on
me?
the grapevine.
You
That
did?
you are well equipped, like the LT version, leather
Listen,
seats and shit.
what we were talking about, what were we talking about? We were talking about masturbation earlier. I would come, okay? Listen,
Come,
I would come. Let me just say this.
come.
Anybody that has
That's
had
such a
the
beautiful
pleasure,
word.
anybody that has had the pleasure, I will let them toot me or toot my horn or whatever you want to call it. I will let them give me all the accolades. I don't ever say it, but they say it. I haven't had any complaints. So if they enjoyed it, then so did I.
Okay.
If they enjoyed it, so did
Which
I.
brings us to the next part. I do have a question though. Do you, as a reality star now, do you really care about the shit, or are you making good television? That is a
So I'm
question I
gonna
really
be
want to know.
let me be completely transparent with you. I can't speak for any other platform, but I can tell you with our platform, everything that you see is 100% real. That the reactions, the fights, all of that is very real. Um, for me, in the moment I cared. At this present moment, I don't care. I mean, because I literally said what I had to say in the moment.
You said what you
We
said.
I said what I said and I'm standing on it. So what's next? Like, and here's the other thing. Regardless of what I said in my confessionals, what I said in my confessionals is what it is. I'm grown enough, and it's not even about being hard or anything of the sort. I'm just a very direct
Mm-hmm.
person. If I said it, I said it. So what's next? So literally it's the
Okay.
same thing in my confessionals. I said what I said, and a lot of what I said in my confessionals I have already said to said parties in their faces. So it's just a reiteration of what I've already said. But I said what I said, and I don't back down on what I said. So
Now I
it's
want to
very
know what you
real.
said.
That's what I said. You'll never catch me
Now I
backpedaling. I
want to
don't
know
play that.
what you
I
said.
said it.
What did you say? What did
I
you
said a
say,
lot.
DJ? What did
I
you
said a lot.
say?
I said a lot. I said a lot. You'll just have to watch the show. I said a lot.
Okay, so for people who have not caught up on seasons 1 and 2, did you know any of the cast members before the show?
I knew everybody. Because I was supposed to be on season one. I was supposed to be on, or I auditioned for season one. I didn't get it. Season two, I was supposed to
Okay.
be on, but because they thought that I was going to be like Trey, they said no. But you'll see me, like I have like a cameo during Trey's studio session last season, and I did a couple of things on season one. I sang Happy Birthday for Mark. Did a couple of things on season one, but for season three, they brought me on. I was like, I got new music, I got stuff going on. How can we make this work? And they definitely saw a vast contrast between me and Mr. Morris.
Now,
But
the
I knew
interesting thing
everybody.
about this, about reality TV in general, is a lot of people get into reality TV to get discovered.
Mm-hmm.
But you are actually a really good entertainer. Like I've
Thank
seen you
you.
perform, and you really give a good show, a good
Thank you.
fucking show.
Thank you. I do the best
And
I can
so,
with what God gives.
uh, I
Thank
mean,
you.
you know you got gifts. It's
I
just funny
appreciate it.
because sometimes I'm like, I listen to your music, and I be like, it gets in my undercarriage just a
And you're
little bit.
shutting
Like,
up. Uh-huh.
do you fuck to your own music?
I have. But here's the thing. So I don't really make sex music like that. Okay, so I'll share this. Spoiler
Correct.
alert. I have a new single actually called Masturbation that is coming out the day of the show. And that is a very sexual number. It's one of my few. But I wanted to, with this project that's about to come out, I wanted to give all layers of who I am. And I've accepted that sex is a part of who I am. I am a very sexual being. I love sex. Let's just call it what it is. I enjoy it when it's good. And it is what it is. I'm a person. For years, I would try to hide that part. But to answer the original question, have I fucked to my music? Some of it, but more recently, yes, because I have more of a vibe going on.
So
More of a vibe.
you gave some people the exclusive, like you had a whole listening party that just turned into like a little situation.
Well, I had a situation that turned into a listening party, and it wasn't supposed to. It was rain. Listen, it was actually date night.
It was an entanglement. It was an
Well,
entanglement.
so spoiler alert again. So we were at look, spoiler alert again. So I was actually in the middle of recording what is to become said project. And I went on a date, and after the date, it was raining really, really hard. We were sitting in the car, and this person was like, "Play me some of your music." And I was like, "You sure you want to hear that?" And they were like, "Yeah, I want to hear what you've been working on." And I was like, "All right, well, let's see." So I put on a playlist, and next thing you knew, we were in the back seat. It was happening. And so yeah.
At least you made it to the back seat. At least you made it to the back seat.
We barely made it. We were in the parking lot of these people's establishment, and we barely made it. I was like, "Do we need to go back to my house, your place? Do we need to find an empty parking lot behind Walmart? What do we need to do?" So we
One
made
time,
it.
I'll tell you one time. The reason I say at least you made it to the back seat. One time, I used to drive a stick, and we were
Okay.
in the
I never
front
learned.
seat, and his foot got stuck on the clutch, and so the car the car's rolling. The car was rolling for
No,
like a block and a half.
no, I would have been scared for
We
my
ain't
life. I
even
was
know
like,
it was rolling.
we're done
We ain't
here.
hit nothing. We ain't hit nothing, but the car was rolling.
God is good. But
The
that's
car was
actually,
rolling.
I mean, if you think about it in a fantasy sense, that actually it's kind of hot. We were in the back. Listen, think about how that sounds in a literary sense. Like we were in the back seat, windows fogged up. We were breathing hard, you know. I was doing this, you know, it was raining, and
This what?
then
You was doing this what?
I mean, whatever this is, depending on who's reading it, you know, and the foot
Oh,
got stuck in the
I'm thinking you
clutch.
talking
And
about your actual situation.
oh, no, not mine. No. It would be over after that. Like, after that, your foot got caught in the clutch. Sorry, baby. We could do this a different night, but I'm a little too shaken up. We can't do this now.
Oh, well, okay.
Not now.
Okay, so
Maybe later.
let's move on. So every episode of Dear Black Gay Men Live, we close out by asking questions from tonight's conversation cards. Tonight's conversation cards is a question deck that invokes deep, stimulating, and tantalizing conversation. So DJ, you ready for your question?
I'm ready for my question.
Okay, this one is from the Couples Intimate Sex Edition.
Okay.
The
I'm a
question
couple,
is,
so me, him, he, all of us. Uh-huh.
sure, but this question is, you love it when someone does blank during sex. Fill in the blank.
I love it. There are a few things that I love. Okay, so I'll just call out a few things. Do they have? Okay, let me ask you this: can I put myself in the other spot, or does it have to be what they do to me?
It's gotta be what they do to you.
Okay, so during sex, I like my toes sucked during sex. I think I said that right. I like my toes sucked during sex. Yeah. I have really nice feet. I try to go get them done at least once every 2 to 3 weeks. So I like my toes sucked and rubbed during sex. I like
Does
um
that depend on if you're the top or the bottom, or is it
um I,
in general?
I would just say in general. It depends on who I'm with. I will also say I'm not a big fan of head, to be completely honest, because there have been very few people that can do it right. I'm just not a fan.
Is that your
Um,
way of saying your dick is huge?
no, that's my way of saying that people can't suck dick. They don't know what to
Really?
do. I don't bite my dick. This is not a corn dog. Like, it's big, don't get me wrong, but don't go biting on my shit. That's not comfortable. I don't get turned on by that. It actually will make me go soft, and I will actually get up and go home.
But is it that people are intentionally biting your dick, or it's just thick?
So I think it's a few things. I think it's
Jaws
that.
only open so much.
I
Jaws
think
only
it's a
open
few
so
things.
wide now.
I think it's the fact that it's big. I think it's the fact that um I think they intentionally do it to see if I like it. I think some people just ultimately don't know what to do. I think people are caught, if we'll be completely honest, I think people are caught up by what they see in flicks. And because of what they see in flicks, they think that's what everybody likes. And that ain't it. That ain't it. So
Yeah,
I'm not really
I agree
big
with
on
that.
head. I'm not really big on head. If you're good, if the vibe is there, I will kiss you. You know, if the vibe is there, and your lips are
What
nice.
vibe are you looking for?
I mean, when I tell you a vibe, I'm talking about the type of vibe where wallpaper is coming off the wall. The ceiling is falling
But wouldn't you be
apart.
kissing them by then already? Wouldn't you be kissing them by
Not
then already? If
necessarily.
wallpaper's coming off the wall and windows are fogged up, you ain't felt no vibe by then.
I mean, that's the kind of you asked me what kind of vibe I was looking for. That's the kind of vibe I want my neighbors knocking on my door, talking about you need to tone this shit down.
But paint this picture for me. Paint this picture. So Nate, y'all fucking
Mm-hmm.
neighbors know your name, and that's the point where you like, okay, I can kiss you.
Well, at this point, I mean, my neighbors know my first and last name. It's even to the point that they're trying to participate. So
Like they know your government name. They
they
know
know
your
my
government
government
name.
name. My mom, actually, I would say, true story. This happened maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was going to my cousin's football game and saw one of my neighbors in the parking lot. I went to my car because I was going to get my wallet and the rest of my stuff. And my neighbor was like, inserts government name, what's up? And I'm like, I'm getting ready to go with my mom, but I'll be back later. Why? What's up? Well, me and they were
I'll
trying
be
to see,
back later.
if we could do a smoke session or whatever. We heard and we saw, and
Oh,
I was like, y'all ain't see
that's good.
shit. But my neighbors, I'm gonna be
Oh
honest with you,
God,
all
you
jokes
don't know
aside,
what they saw. They
all
might
jokes
have saw
aside, I
you.
think my
They might have saw
neighbors,
something.
I'm surprised my neighbors have not called the police on me yet. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm being completely honest. I'm surprised they haven't called the police on me yet, because as much as I'm outside naked, I'm sure they have seen it all. I'm sure they have seen it all.
They probably like what they. Hold on.
That,
Do I need to put the pictures back up?
oh,
They probably like what they
nah,
see.
listen. If I liked what I see, I wouldn't call the people either. I'd be trying to find a way to get over there. So that's probably the reason.
Exactly.
That's probably so. Maybe I
So,
am a thirst trap.
so to recap, you like getting your toes sucked, but in order to kiss you, you gotta peel the wallpaper off the walls
There has to be
first.
a vibe before we even get to that. There has to be like some energy before we get to that, and I don't have energy with everybody. Some people are just
Can
a
you fuck
fuck,
somebody
literally.
without a vibe?
Can I fuck somebody without a vibe? I have, and
Okay.
I'll just say they're not in my top 100.
I mean, I don't think some people. I truly believe some people you need to like so you can bust this nut. Like some people are really just a let me get what I need to get and bounce. Not everybody is intended to be like
Well, here's
let
the
me
thing.
kiss
I'm
on you and
naturally
suck your
long-winded.
nipples.
I'm naturally long-winded. So I would say 95% of the time they tap. And I'm nowhere close to busting a nut. So that's what happens.
Okay, I have so many questions about that.
Ask away. Look, we're here now, so
I
ask
have
away.
so many questions about that.
Ask away.
So I dated someone who said he
Mhm.
was naturally long-winded,
Mhm.
and he was primarily one position.
No.
And what he learned in dating was that he's more long-winded because he really wants something else, but he's receiving whatever. Could that be the case? Or are you
Mm-mm.
just long-winded all the way around?
I'm just long-winded all the way around. For me, I learned early it's a psychological thing. Yeah, it's a psychological thing. For me, if something throws if something throws me off in the vibe, I'll just get up and go home. I'll be like, hey, let me get a towel or let me get a wash rag. Let me clean my situation
And
up
see,
and
I
go
don't
home.
even need that. I'm
Or in
like,
some
I'll
cases, I
shower
bring
when I
my
get
own. I'll be
home.
like, can I use your facility?
I'm good.
And I'll go home. And before I get to the car, if I haven't been blocked, they're blocked. But you can't say that you can't say it's me. In some cases, you have people that'll ask questions like, "Well, what was it?" But if the vibe is thrown off, then that's just it. I'll just go home. But if it's a situation where I'm just fucking just to be fucking, I mean, if you get yours, then cool. I'm straight. But I definitely I try not to be that person to just be fucking just to be fucking. But
I think that's as good a place as any to wrap this up because
he was like, I
we'll
have
have to
other
have another
questions.
conversation.
We'll stay tuned for part 2.
We'll have to have another. We'll have to have a follow up. We'll have a follow up closer to December 7th. Once I find out what he said. Once I can find out what he
Listen, when you find out what this
said.
man said, listen, all I'm gonna
I
say
really want to
is
find out what he said. I'll have you back on then.
I'll just tell you this. I don't know if I'm giving away too much. But I will say this. I can accept a lot. And actually, yeah, I think I'll give you this. And I think this is saying a lot without telling exactly what was said, but I can accept a lot. Everybody knows I'm not as soft as I give. I really can deal with a lot. I'm the least judgmental person you ever want to meet. You could tell me you were out here on drugs, and I'd be like, okay, you feel better? Let's get you some help. Have you forgiven yourself? Cool. You can forgive yourself on your way to this rehab clinic. We gonna get you some help. I got you. Like, I'm the least judgmental person.
Somebody was on drugs. Are you saying somebody was on
No.
drugs?
I'm just speaking generally. Nobody on the show. Let me be clear.
Oh, okay.
But no. Nobody. No. I wouldn't even put them out there like that. Everybody's great. Everybody on our cast, everybody on production is great.
Okay.
But I will say this. Above anything else, like, I can accept a lot. Don't play in my face. Whatever you do, don't play in my face, because that Leo will get to Leoing, and it's not gonna be a good day. It's not gonna be a good day.
I'm gonna when I bring you back on, I'm gonna have like this clip of the show so I can be like, check this out, and then be like, this is what he said, so I can ask
This
all
is
the
what I
follow-up
said.
questions then.
Oh no, and I'm gonna stand on what I said. I will not backpedal. If I don't remember, I'll be like, play the tape.
Play the tape.
Play the tape. Listen, I don't backpedal. That's one thing. If I could give anybody a word of advice, if you want to do reality, you have to remember what you say. And a lot of people seem to forget what they say. A lot of people seem to forget what they do. And you just have to, you got to remember what you say. You got to remember what you do, because there's going to come a time you have to talk about it. And you want to make sure that you're on the right side of that answer, because if not, you're going to be out here looking a little crazy. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Okay. So before we move on, if you want to spice up your date nights through Q&A, the affiliate link to tonight's conversation cards is in the description. I want to thank them for helping make this episode possible. I want to thank DJ for joining me tonight.
I'm glad we were able to do this. We've talked about this a while.
You've got singles, Voicemail and Forever. right? That are available on all
Right
streaming
now,
platforms, right?
across streaming platforms, they are out
And
there.
On the Way Up Atlanta season 3 premieres December 7th on YouTube. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
DJ.
Thank
You're
you.
dope.
You're dope.
You're
This is
dope.
I can't wait for
Thank
part
you.
2 because I know you got other questions.
You know I have lots of questions. I keep a good question.
I love it. I love it.
All right,
Fun
I will
fact,
talk to you later.
with
Uh-oh.
oh no, I was gonna say fun fact. You actually have some lineage that's connected to mine. You have a parent that was in my
Like we
grandmother's French
related?
class. No, we're not related. But your mother
Oh.
was actually in my grandmother's French class.
How you know my mama? Oh, okay. So, yes, my mother did take French and all through school, even though she don't speak a lick of French now.
It's
So,
all right.
oh, stay on the thing. Stay on the thing. We'll talk in a second.
Oh, you was okay? Cool. We'll talk in a second. Cool.
Stay on the thing. We'll talk in a second. So, for everyone, that was our show. I am Jay the Gentleman. That's at JAI the Gentleman on IG. If this episode made you feel a little more dope, be sure to share with someone who needs a dopeness reminder. We're live every Tuesday. So make sure that you subscribe to Dear Black Gay Men on YouTube. Download the newest episode of Dear Black Gay Men podcast tomorrow on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. I am Jay the Gentleman. That's our show. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Dear Black Gay Men Live, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.